So DoorDash adds in-app safety features, but couriers need more protection. We don't need an app to call 911, right? 911 is already there, right? You're not doing anything additionally for us by adding a little button, oh, we're going to connect you with 911 and then create all this press and publicity around it. No, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft, all those companies, all those trash CEOs lift up. Spend the money on safety, right? Don't try and make it a marketing campaign and piggyback on something that is already there. 911 is well established. I would dial 911 before I would dial it through your app, right? Because apparently people have been waiting and waiting and waiting when they hit that button through your app. So it's better, folks, to go direct, right? You dial 911 if you need 911. But this BS here, right, where they think they're doing additional things for us, I'm sorry, right? They're just fluffing up and getting more, getting more publicity, but they are not fulfilling the job. Let's see.
DoorDash adds in-app safety features, but couriers need more protection.
Way better protection.
DoorDash is adding a set of tools for its delivery workers called SafeDash, which includes a way to contact an agent from the ADT security company or to call 911 through ADT.
Really?
The company is first launching the tool in major cities like Detroit, Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco, but says it'll roll out to all its U.S. couriers by the end of the year. While it's good that DoorDash is acknowledging the dangers its delivery workers face,
they're not doing anything.
Some advocates say that SafeDash won't help solve the problems of thieves targeting them for their money or bikes, and the apps giving them routes that put them in harm's way. According to DoorDash, SafeDash will give delivery workers a button that will have an ADT agent call them if they feel unsafe. That ADT agent will also be able to contact the authorities if the driver is unresponsive, or if something obviously goes wrong. Delivery workers will also be able to skip the call in an emergency situation and have ADT contact 911 for them. The security company will be able to give the Dasher's GPS location to the police and will communicate with the delivery worker through text so they can relay information to authorities without having to actually talk out loud. Those who work for DoorDash and other services like it face a variety of dangers posed by inattentive drivers, poor infrastructure, the weather, and other people. A report from The Verge detailed the danger bike delivery workers in New York City can face when their route includes going over bridges or through tunnels where they're often ambushed by people looking to steal the expensive e-bikes they need to stay competitive. Through it all, they're expected to complete deliveries on time otherwise. They worry they might be downgraded and get fewer gig offers. One of DoorDash's competitors, Uber, also has a panic button that works in a similar way for drivers, couriers, and riders.
Doesn't work.
But some delivery workers, whose work puts them at risk of injury and robbery, feel like a technology-based solution isn't going to fix the issue. We don't need an app to call 911, Hildalyn Colon Hernandez from the Workers' Justice Project told The Verge. Instead, she says, workers need to be able to choose areas that they feel safe working and not face penalties for prioritizing their safety over a completed delivery.
Thank you.
While New York City is working on legislation to codify those kinds of protections into law, protections will still be needed for workers in other cities. Hernandez says that by adding the SafeDash feature, DoorDash is signaling that it knows it has a responsibility to keep its workers safe, which it hasn't necessarily done enough in the past. The dangers delivery workers face have been shown in reports by both advocacy organizations like the WJP and Los Deliveristas Unidos, and from media outlets like The Verge, but until recently they haven't been faced head-on by companies, legislators, or even customers. They're still an everyday reality for delivery workers, though Hernandez says that 19 NYC deliveristas have died on the job in the past 18 months alone, and there have been other incidents throughout the country as well. While delivery apps may be beginning to acknowledge that they have a role to play in keeping their workers safe, society is still grappling with how gig workers should be treated. California voters passed Proposition 22 almost exactly a year ago, which made it legal for companies like DoorDash, Lyft, and Uber to classify their workers as contractors instead of employees and therefore exempt them from benefits like company-provided health insurance. The law has since been ruled as unconstitutional.
So,
Elon Musk, world's richest edgelord, responds to billionaire tax with another stupid tweet.
So I am going
Is it fair that the world's richest people pay so little in tax? That in a time of extreme inequality, those that have so much contribute so little in proportion to their vast wealth? These are the questions motivating U.S. Democratic Senator Ron Wyden, who's been calling for new taxes on billionaires.
Sorry about this, folks.
Is it fair that the democracy I live in might have some demands of me? How can I prove that I'm super edgy and totally unfazed by the prospect of paying more tax? These are the questions.
Finally, I apologize, I shut them up, but suggestion I want to make is Display Ride. It's the rideshare monitoring platform, my friends. Check it out. I'm going to leave the link below. You need this to be constantly filmed in and outside and uploaded into the cloud, right? So even you're doing deliveries or you're driving people around, we need non-stop footage and alerts that go out to drivers, to riders, that, hey, you being filmed. And it's in a cloud right now. So if we want to draw on that information, we got you. So please check it out on Display Ride. Sorry that the video kept on going and going. I was hitting multiple screens and trying to get rid of that Elon Musk voice. But the bottom line is, let me just recap. 911 has been out there forever. You're not doing us any favor by adding a 911 button to any of those apps. It's already out there. We know it. We know what to dial 911. We know somebody there is going to answer. People have learned their lessons. Drivers have learned their lessons to use that service through the app. They don't get any responses, or it takes way, way too long, right? So bring out something. Check your clients. Run background checks. We need real photos. We need to decide which trips to turn down. We need to decide if it's too dangerous to go into a specific area. But this adding a 911 feature, you're only doing that to get extra marketing publicity. Have a good day, and please check out displayride.com.